Hi everyone, my name is Attila Brown. Today I just want to say something about our planet and our life on it. Imagine it like this. It's just a little spaceship hurtling through the cosmos, and on it is life itself, the only life that to date we know of. In fact, it may be the only life altogether. But even if not, and we imagine not, given that the universe is so huge, if we imagine our beautiful Earth as a little spaceship in the vastness of space, then perhaps we'll be able to better appreciate how important we all are to each other and how special this little spaceship is. The fact is, the universe, so far as we know, is enormous. The observable universe goes on for billions and billions and billions of light years. Earth is not even a tiny speck in the scheme of it all. Not even a tiny speck. In fact, scientists say, not that I'm a scientist, but scientists say that there are more stars in the universe than there are grains of sand on the entire Earth. Some predict or estimate that there are 2 to 3 to more times more stars in the universe than there are grains of sand on Earth. If we imagine how tiny a grain of sand is, imagine yourself standing at a beach holding on your thumb just a tiny little grain of sand. How small it is, and hold it out to the beach in front of you and look around and see how many of these tiny grains of sand there must be just on this one beach. Imagine every single beach on Earth, under the water and wherever else sand appears. And yet, that still does not account for all the stars in the universe. Now imagine that our star, the Sun, is 1,000,000 times larger than the Earth, in that approximately 1,000,000 Earths fit into the Sun. So what we'd need to do to really appreciate the size of the Earth and the vastness of space is to cut that little grain of sand into 1,000,000 pieces. Imagine that. Let's cut that little piece of sand into 1,000,000 pieces. Wow. Now look at that little piece of sand, 1/1,000,000th of the size it originally was. It was already tiny. 1/1,000,000th of the size, and say that's Earth. That's us. On that are all the countries on Earth. On that are all the races, the different ethnicities, the different religions, the different colors of people, the different genders, the different age groups, the different believers, the different cultures, all on that 1/1,000,000th the size of a sand grain, hurtling through a cosmos that is so enormous we can't possibly comprehend or conceptualize. The closest star or star group, I think it's Proxima Centauri, is 4 light years away. Light travels at 300,000 kilometers per second approximately. At that speed, imagine what distance it travels in a year. I think I once calculated that to be something like 28 trillion kilometers. I could be wrong, it could be much more than that, I don't remember exactly. In any event, that's an underestimate at worst. So imagine that's the closest star to us. And yet all the stars, when we look up in the sky, are the stars within our own galaxy, within our own Milky Way. That's what we see. And we can only see a few thousand of them with the naked eye each night on a clear night. And yet they're all incredibly close to us in relative terms. And the closest is 4 light years away at 300,000 kilometers per second. Imagine over 4 years at that speed. And that's the closest star to us other than our own star, the Sun, which is 150 million kilometers away, or 8 minutes away in terms of light years. So that tiny grain of sand into a millionth piece, it's ridiculously small. It means nothing in the vastness of the cosmos. It means nothing in the vastness of the cosmos. Now, to us, it's everything. Everything. Some people take from this kind of discussion a negative thought of, wow, are we nothing in this hugeness? Means that I'm nothing. Well, in the hugeness, that's true. But to us on this planet, it's the complete opposite. To us on this planet, to each other and to nature, and nature to us, we are everything. We are everything in this cosmos because we are all that we have, and we are all that we may ever have, because the vastness of space is so huge. And even if we do discover life, and I assume there's life out there, great or small, and even if we do discover it, we may never actually be able to stand alongside it. We may be able to at best communicate somehow at the speed of light. But even then, the vastness of space is so huge that the communication will not be the same as between us, between countries, via the internet at the speed of light, because the Earth is so small. That light can travel across it instantaneously, completely instantaneously. So it's a beautiful thing that we understand this, because it means that to each other we are everything. It's more or less all that we have. And in that context, race, ethnicity, gender, belief, it's all completely meaningless. It's our little spaceship flying through the cosmos together. And imagine the spaceship is nature. Now, if we damage the spaceship, we're damaging ourselves, obviously. If we were literally flying through space on a spaceship and we damaged the spaceship, we'd have no chance ourselves. So even from a selfish perspective, damaging our Earth, our little spaceship, is incredibly counterproductive. It means we're damaging ourselves. So why would we do that? We do that because I don't think we are taught in a larger perspective, broader way, to appreciate what this all means. And that's why I'm talking to you today. Because I don't think that that perspective is given to us, or at least not enough times in our lifetimes. And we get caught up on the differences as opposed to the similarities and the oneness. The oneness on our little beautiful spaceship. Let's take away from this, I hope, something important. That to each other we are everything. And to each other we are essentially the same. And the best way to protect this little spaceship, ourselves and each other, is to look after it and to contextualize it in the vastness of space and the magic of what we have. Thanks.